This is my fourth video on this series on Switzerland. This video is all about the time that I spent in Bern, which is the capital of Switzerland. Comparatively, it is a shorter video because the video length is directly proportional to the time that I actually spent in the place. And Bern was not in the initial itinerary at all the places that we were supposed to cover in Switzerland. But once we were in Stade, we realized that Bern was only a 2-hour train journey away. In Stade, it was raining incessantly. So basically, majority of the time, we were holed up in the hotel and unable to step out and see any of the places. So to best utilize our time, what we thought best was to sit in the train, get to Bern, and not miss out on the capital city while we were in Switzerland. So this video is all about the couple of hours that we had in Bern and the day trip that we took to that place, and as much as we could cover in that little time that we had.
For the trip to Bern, we took a train from Stade. Tickets were bought on the train itself because of the impromptu nature of the trip. We took a one-day train pass for this trip, which allowed us to book any train out of all of the trains plying from Stade to Bern and back. The good thing about the trains in Switzerland is that they have these wide panel windows allowing you to see the beautiful smaller green mountains in the front, the taller snow-covered mountains at the back, the beautiful rivers, lakes, the green meadows to your heart's content, and that keeps your eyes totally glued to the windows all the time. As we had only a few hours to spend in Bern, the plan was to head to the Old Town, which you can see right now, from the central station. The Old Town is located very close to the railway station, so we decided to walk up to it. And all of the famous monuments such as the Bern Cathedral, the Parliament, the Old Clock Tower are located in this area. Various shopping arcades which have numerous brand stores and restaurants line the streets up till the Old Town. Bern is home to the famous Aar River, which flows around 3 sides of the city. With its crystal clear turquoise water, it shapes the city's life and characterizes the picturesque cityscape of the Old Town of Bern. A number of swimmers splash about in this river during the summer months. The Aar River is really the pride and joy of the local residents here, and they refer to it as their river. You're sure to fall in love with this river the moment you see it. Next, we headed to the famous beer park of Bern. The beers of Bern have been a city highlight for over 500 years. The beer park is located at the edge of the Aar River across from the Old Town of Bern. The legend has it that in 1191, Duke Berthold V swore to name his newly founded town of Bern after the first animal he killed on a hunt in the surrounding forest, which turned out to be a bear. Hence, the city gets its name from the animal bear, which is also the animal on the coat of arms of this city. Since the city got its name from a bear, the locals decided they should actually house some bears in the city. So in 1513, the first beer pit was constructed in the city and the tradition carried on. The medieval clock tower is another famous landmark of the city. It was built in the 13th century. The Bern Cathedral, also known as the Bern Minster, is the tallest building in the Old Town, and its spires are visible from anywhere in the town. The construction of this building started in 1421 and continued for many years to be completed finally in 1893. We were lucky to find a beautiful small dome-shaped restaurant serving freshly brewed beer and snacks in the park located right behind the church. The park overlooked the Our River and had some of the most picturesque views of the city from this area. Next, we walked up to the most important building of the country, that is the Bern Parliament, where most of the important decisions of the country are made. The old town of Bern has a well preserved medieval townscape and is listed in UNESCO's World Heritage Sites. The old town dates back to 1191, and walking through its arcades is a treat for all visitors.
So that's all we were able to cover in that short time that we had in Bern. It was an absolute delight to walk through the old town area, be around the Our River, look at all of the medieval time monuments that still exist over there, and I hope you enjoyed watching it too.